So how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be doing an updated list on a previous video that I made. The top 5 items I would recommend that you buy in GTA 5 Online. No, I haven't run out of ideas on videos to make, if you are asking that question. It's just when I made this video I was really unwell, I was new to YouTube and my skills of speaking into a microphone really were not that good. So I feel like I'm past all of that now and there's been new items released in GTA 5, so I feel like I could make this new list as an updated version of a previous one. But before we get into the video, really quickly, if you feel like you want to help out the channel in another way, then stick around till after this video is finished and we'll talk more about it then. If not, don't worry, it's understandable. It's nothing too important, but if you do, feel free, stick around. So now let's get straight into this list. Coming in at number 1, and there can only be one vehicle, and that is the Pegasi Oppressor. It's got a few key features that I'm going to point out for you guys on why it's so good and why I'd recommend that you purchase it. So first things first, it's a motorbike, but it's not just any motorbike. It has a rocket engine strapped to the back with wings, so it has a rocket boost and it can fly. Also, once you have unlocked them, you can actually equip rockets to the bike itself as well. As standard, it comes with machine guns strapped to the front, but like I said, once you unlock them, you can get rockets. So aerial targets like Hydras, lasers, buzzards, savages, Valkyries, all that sort of stuff, they're no problem. The amount of times I've won fights in the sky against these vehicles is unreal. I can't even imagine how many that I've done. And ground targets, police, enemies in cars, armoured vehicles, people on motorbikes, they're no problem. And I mean that, they are no problem. You will deal with them absolutely effortlessly with them rockets strapped to the front of this bike. And the rocket boost and the wings are a ridiculous added bonus. If you're in a horrible situation and you need to get out of there, this is the vehicle for that situation. I promise, you will not regret buying it. I know it's a little bit pricey, but as we all know, if you want good items on Grand Theft Auto now, you're going to have to pay quite a lot of cash. But for the previous reasons stated, this is why this vehicle has to and only come in at the first spot on this list. It is absolutely insane. It is a must-buy item. So now for the second spot on the list, I'm going to have to go to the Benny's original motorwork vehicles. These cars have great customization options, and also there is motorbikes. You've got selections from lowriders to supercars, sports cars to motorbikes. There's plenty of stuff there and the customization options are second to none. You can customize these vehicles to how you would like them to look. There is so many customization options out there for these cars and motorbikes, it's absolutely unreal. And that's why I had to make it into the second spot on the list. I know there's going to be lots of you out there that already have these vehicles, but for the people that don't, I would highly recommend you picking up and customising a vehicle in Benny's original motorworks. Yes, they can be expensive, they all fluctuate, the prices are different for every single vehicle, but they are definitely worth it. You can go up to a car meet or show your friends and they just look absolutely insane. Very unique, customise them to your own personalised touch. It was just a really good idea that Grand Theft Auto actually put into the game, and at the time there was quite a bit of stale content, and after they brought this into the game it was a breath of fresh air. There's so much you can do with these vehicles. Like I said, they're very unique, you can upgrade them to how you like, so these vehicles actually have your own personal touch added to them. They're not just strictly upgraded in one shop where you only have a very small amount of upgrades that you can do for each vehicle and everyone else's car looks the same. That's not the case in this one, and that is why I had to make it into number 2 on the list today. So the number 3 spot has to go to the Hydra. This is either a love or a hate type thing, and I find the people that hate the vehicle do not have it, and the people that love it have it. It's quite simple. If you can't afford it, you hate it. Because most of the time, if you're in a free lobby and someone's in a Hydra, they're going to dunk on you. You're just going to get wrecked. Simple. And if the person knows how to fly it, it is game over. There is no escape from this absolute legendary item. And I can't understand why people hate on a vehicle that is put in a game where it's based off killing, stealing and being an absolute horrible person just in general. So it only makes sense that they put in a vehicle of this calibre that has this much power. Yes, there is people out there that go into lobbies and only fly this and will only kill people, but that's understandable. Like I said earlier, it's a game based off killing, stealing and just being a bad person. So you can't moan at that. If you're getting griefed on in a lobby by a Hydra, there is one simple option, and that is find a new session. Keep finding new sessions until someone isn't griefing in a Hydra. It's only on the odd occasion here where you go into a lobby where someone is sat in a Hydra 24/7 killing absolutely everything. But at the end of the day, give it a few hours, they'll be in a bad sport lobby and they won't be a problem to you anymore. There's one less person you've got to worry about. But for the people that do fly it and understand how good this vehicle is, let them know down in the comments why they should save up for this vehicle. I don't really need to explain much more. It is absolute beast. And yes, you can go and steal the laser from the military base. Why would you go and buy a Hydra for 3 million when you can steal one from the base? Because you've got this on demand, it spawns at every airport and every helipad across the whole map at your own disposal. Once you've paid that premium of 3 million, you only have to pay $200 every time you want to call it in. $200 is petty cash. You can steal from a shop, earn $1,000, you can call this in 5 times for 2 minutes work. So to cut a long story short, the reason why this makes it into the video is because of the sheer power that it has. Now number 4 on this list, there's actually 3 different options and I'm going to let you guys decide because I think this one is just down to personal preference on which one appeals to you the most. You can have the bunker that's just been released in the gun running DLC update, or you can have a CEO office or a motorcycle club. Quick breakdown on all 3 of them. They are all very similar, but also they have a little bit of a unique twist on each individual business. For example, the bunker that's just been released in the gun running DLC update. You need to collect supplies and in return that earns you stock and research for your in-game items. The stock basically turns into money once you deliver the stock, and the research turns into items for the vehicles and the weapons that you have purchased with the DLC. The motorcycle club, you get to open up a bunch of different businesses from weed, cocaine, methamphetamine, money laundering, all that sort of stuff, and they earn you money once you keep them stocked up, and then eventually after a while you sell your stock to a buyer throughout the city and you make a lot of money from that. And the CEO offices are a very good way to play with your friends doing the VIP work. You can also buy a vehicle warehouse for that, which allows you to source vehicles, which in return lets you sell them back to someone else in the game, which earns you some good cash. And there is also the cargo warehouse, where you go and pick up stock from around the city, medicine, jewellery, antiques, stuff like that, and then once your warehouse is filled up to how much you desire, then you go ahead and sell that to a buyer in the city, and that earns you quite a bit of cash as well. So these 3 items are great. I'd recommend at least buying one of them if you haven't already, or if you've got the cash, buy all of them. They will earn you some good money in return, and they're a good way to play with your friends, do different and unique things in the game. And that's why it made it to number 4 on this list. It's unique, there's a lot of stuff that you can do with these businesses, and it's a hell of a lot of fun if you've got people to do it with. And now for the 5th and final one of this list. It is again another 3 items that I'd recommend picking up, or picking up at least one of them. It is an armoured car. If you haven't already got one of these, I don't know what you're doing. These will help you out in so many different situations. There is 3 that I'd recommend buying, and one of them is probably best for you. They're all down to personal preference. As you can see here, you've got the Juco Def, the Armoured Insurgent and the Armoured Kuruma. They're all great vehicles, and I know I said in a previous video that the Insurgent isn't that good, and I apologise, hands up, it was bad decision making from me. It is a very good vehicle. I don't even know why I said that. I hadn't used it that much, I was really stubborn, I like the Kuruma, so I didn't want to say that the Insurgent was any good, but I admit it, I was wrong, okay? The Insurgent is very, very good. They're all very good in their own way. The Kuruma is faster, but it's weaker. The Juco Def is quite fast, and it's pretty strong. The Insurgent is very strong, but not that fast. That's a really short and quick breakdown of each one of the vehicles. Like I said, I'd recommend picking up at least one of these. They're absolutely amazing, all of them. Give them a try. And they're not too expensive compared to the other items in this list. So if you haven't got that much money, but you want something from this list, I'd recommend picking up an armoured car. Or even if you got 1 or 2 of the armoured cars, try out the other one. Give them all a try. They're very, very good. And they will help you out a lot in missions as well, I can guarantee that. So I know that final one was a very quick one, but I want to try and keep this video as short as possible. Okay, so before we finish the video, I'm going to really try and make this as quick as possible, but I want to get my point across. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not asking for money, and if you cannot afford it, do not do it. That's what I really want to stress there. So basically, I've made a Patreon page, and if you don't know what that is, it's where you can go ahead and pledge a certain amount of money per month to help out the channel. I want to stress this again, this is not for my own benefit and for my pocket. This money that I do get, if I do get any, will only go into the channel. It will go back to buying new items, new stuff, new equipment to make the channel and the video content better. As of now, there's only one pledge on the page that you can do. It's £5 a month. If that's too high, let me know, I'll lower the amount. And if someone out there would like to do more, then I'll also raise the amount on a new pledge as well. Patreon recommend that I give back in return something for the people that do pledge money each month. I really can't think of anything at the moment to give back, but if you've got a good idea and you're willing to give some, then feel free, let me know in the comments, and if it's a good idea, I'll take it on board. So to cut a long story short, if you would like to help out the channel in another way than just watching, liking and subscribing to the videos in the channel, then you can give a certain amount per month to help out the channel. I just really want to stress, this is not for my own personal gain. I've got a job and I do YouTube. I'm fine, money is not an issue. This is just to help out the channel if anyone would like to give back in return for the time and effort that I put into making the videos. If not, it's fine. I'm not asking for anyone to do it. I'm just saying, if you want to, the options there. If you can't afford it but you want to, please do not do it. Do not put yourself out of pocket to help me out. I'm fine. But if you want to, then feel free, okay? Top link in the description. Go there or message me on Twitter. We can talk about it more. Check the links in the description. My Patreon page and my Twitter account will be there. Message me. We can talk about it. Let me know. But if you don't want to do it, that's fine. I'm really not trying to push anyone into doing it. I'd rather you be happier just watching the videos and liking the videos just to help out the channel. That's more than fine for me, and I really do respect and appreciate that. So that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. It's been way too long, so thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on the video. Also, if you are new, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.